I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning, careless fighting off sharks with a stapler, and pirates are pillaging the office copier, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, so I just finished up the stream playing Project Motor Racing, and by the way, I know there's going to probably be some moments where I accidentally say Project Gotham Racing, because that was another video game series that was actually good. A lot better than Project Motor Racing. They don't have no connections whatsoever. I just think that it was one of those things where Project Motor Racing, they accidentally named their game similar to a classic. But anyways, let's talk on Project Motor Racing. What is the issue with this game to where it done caused me one of those late night headaches that I don't like having when I done played a video game? And you know what's crazy? There's all these different games that came out this year. You would think that Project Motor Racing, that's like a game right up my alley. It's a racing game. Can't go wrong with a racing game. Everything went wrong with this racing game. That's the one thing that I don't get about it, was when the game had came out, it didn't even seem like that the developers was eager on fixing the issues right away. You didn't see on the same day, a patch update game came out fixing up all the issues that was surrounding that game. No, it's like they waited a while, then they came out with a patch update. And then eventually it got to the point, because I was playing the game. I got the game when it came out and stuff. So anyways, I go up to the store and get it. I should have just left it alone. It should have been one of those things where I'm like, what I should have done is went ahead and bought the game on Steam, and then at least could have been able to get my money back, and I'm not stuck with this game. Because if the one issue that I had with this game where it should have, if I would have bought this game on Steam, I would have instantly asked for my money back and never would have bought that game again until that game was in a much more positive rating. But I figure, and it's just crazy how I guess it's not so much, it didn't work out for me in a way, but it more so worked out for the developers and stuff, where it's I know, because I don't know how that works out, where it's when you get a game through a third party, because I bought the game at Best Buy, so I don't know if they take some, Best Buy takes some off the top, and then their money gets sent out to them. Either way, regardless, I'm not going to get my money back. I'm stuck with this game, and then it's all this stuff that happened with GameStops, because I definitely would have been okay, this is going into a pile where I'm taking it up to GameStops. But I mean, there is that retro game store, so I'll see what the business is with them on how they are with, because they obviously have to take in games and stuff, but I don't know if they would be willing to take in that game. I don't know if it's a situation where it's no, we only take in good games. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then, yeah, that, it's one of those, I probably am going to have to at least not do no business, just go and just get the cash and just get up out of there. But as far as buying games, it's, I guess if that store doesn't take it, then yeah, just trade it in at GameStops and just get the cash and stuff. But anyways, but no, overall though, the first issue that I had with this game was that it crashed on me right at the end of the race. Now, I know there's going to be some fans out there of this game where they're going to try to defend that. There ain't no defense for that. Because of this, let's say if this would have been 20 years ago, back during the PlayStation 2 era, the company would have definitely faced the lawsuit. How can you guys possibly put out a game where that's a bug? That's a problem. and then you expect people to pay full price for and that's the thing. It's not like this is a cheap game. When you get the game on console, you're having to pay for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X prices. So you're paying $69.99 for this game. Now, I should have just went ahead and got it on Steam. I'm like, that was just overall a waste, getting it at Best Buy, because actually on Steam, they have it where it's $10 less, so it's $59.99. I should have just overall did that. But no, anyway, because I was like, I seen that it was having issues on PC. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a PC thing. Maybe I will be able to play this game on PlayStation and I won't have no problems. I was wrong. So I'll buy the game, play it, then it ends up crashing on me. I think everybody's seen when I posted that video. And then they came out with an update. I guess they must have fixed that issue with the game. So I'm playing it, playing it. I'm having fun figuring it out. Actually learned a new thing, I guess, with racing games, where it's like, in order to keep your car from spinning out, you gotta switch to soft tires. And so I did that. Because I think I was playing Gran Turismo, and then I seen that I had the soft tires on there, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see what soft tires are like on here on Project Motor Racing. Switched over to that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, the car handles so much better and stuff, So, anyways, tonight I'm playing the game. And there is this race that I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this race. But at the same time, I'm like, I know I need to hurry up and do this race. Because I'm like, there ain't no other races for me to do. I'm like, because I did have like 2 career things going on. I had like one where it was with like older and slower cars. And then I had one where it was like of newer and more modern cars and stuff. So, and then that was another thing, just to kind of throw that in there and stuff. It ain't really an issue. I guess it's just more so with me. I got to figure out how to switch. Well, here's the thing. I don't have no desires on playing the game again. So there ain't going to be no switching. I deleted the game off of my PlayStation. And whenever, I guess, like if I go back up to that retro game store, I'm going to see about if how they would do a trade-in, or I guess like selling the game to them, whatever the case may be. But I guess like, because I don't know. I just don't know how they would go about that. That's why I'm like, I think I might just take the game up to GameStops and just sell it to them. Because I'm like, I know how they work. They might not give me a whole lot of money for it, but at least this game ain't going to be in my possession no more. So anyways, I'm playing the game tonight, and then it was they had me doing this like 18 lap race. And I'm like, fam, you guys aren't even in a good status in the racing community to be having races that long. You need to have it where the races are shorter, where it's like 2-3 laps. But no, so that's how they have it set up. They have it set up where you have to do 6 laps every race, with slow cars, with fast cars, and then you do like these big giant races where it's like 18 laps. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, there's going to be very few people that sit in, I guess, like somebody that's not a content creator. But when you have it set up, when there's a bunch of different games out there, right? Racing games at that. Even Forza, the last Forza Motorsports, they didn't even have it where you were doing that many laps. Especially now, I know big old giant tracks at that too. So, but anyways, you look at a lot of these different games out there, they don't have it set up like that. So I'm like, why are you guys trying to be different and, quote unquote unique from these other companies and stuff? But anyways, I was like, you know what? I can see past that. I've never had an issue, I guess like with this game where it was with the doing laps and stuff, a bunch of different laps. What could possibly go wrong? I get to maybe the 11th lap, and then that's when they hit me with the whole, I need to fuel up. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I know they're going to put me back someplace, but maybe it might be a thing where I get to, get my place back, because the other cars is going to be pitting and stuff, right? So anyways, once again, I was wrong. I go in pit. All of a sudden, I'm in 9th place. I was in 1st place, but now I'm in 9th place. I am doing any and everything that I possibly can, but it's like you have to remember all of the cars, like they're all going the same type of speed, like they're in that same class. So as I'm trying to drive up to them and stuff, I'm pretty much not going to win the race. Like that's the point that I'm trying to make and stuff. And then so that's what it was that when I hit pit, I guess I was going too fast in the pit, and they gave me a like a not a disqualification, but it was like overall I wasn't supposed to be speeding in the pit. And I'm thinking to myself, why not just have it where my car is like in some auto drive, or it just automatically tops out at whatever speed I'm supposed to be doing, you know? So it's one of those things where I'm like, plus there ain't no other cars, so it's like, what's the problem? I'm like, fam, it's like you guys are trying to be way too realistic, but I'm like, what you need to know is that people are not buying your guys' game for a realistic feeling. I'm buying this game because I am trying to have fun. I don't know what part of that developers don't understand, but I'm like, you guys need to stop doing this. Oh, we need to come out with an ultra realistic. Nobody's not trying to play an ultra realistic game. When there's these games where you can fight mythical creatures, you could be all these different things that you could be in a video game. I am not trying to play a racing game and get the most realistic experience possible. If I wanted that, I would have went out and became a professional racer. But if I'm at the comfort of my home, all right, on Christmas, because I'm recording this on Christmas Day, playing on a PlayStation 5, your video game, I'm not looking for no realistic experience whatsoever. Even if I go and I have like the steering wheel, the racing seat, the gloves, the shoes, all this other stuff, I'm trying to get that, like, I guess that feel of, you know, realism. But at the same time, I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to, you know, get this realistic, you know, feeling of the game and stuff. But so anyways, I go too fast in the pit. Some stuff pops up, whatever the case is. I guess I wasn't supposed to do that, right? So anyways, I get to maybe the second to last lap. I think it was 18. I think I was on the 17th. I just started the 17th lap. Out of nowhere, I teleport to the pit area. And then the thing pops up saying that I was disqualified from the race. After that, I ended the game. I deleted the file off of my PlayStation. I put the game in a pile of games where I have no desires on playing those games again, because I have no desire on playing that game again. And then that was the other thing too, was that the cars wasn't even pitting. I'm over here. It took me multiple laps just to finally catch up to the person that's in 8th place. And that was the highest place that I made it up to, besides what I was before I had to pit. My question is to the developers, to the people that develop, because it's like Giant Software or something like that. When have you guys ever seen a professional race where all of the cars didn't pit besides one person, and that person being in first place? When have you guys ever seen that? Because if you ain't never seen that, why would you think somebody wants to play it in a video game where they're going to be seeing it for the first time, and then they're going to be confused on, why am I seeing this? Why am I dealing with this? That's what I mean by when developers, they don't care about video game development. They don't care about, oh, I'm trying to make the next best game. Because if you think your guys' game is going to compete with Forza Motorsports, Gran Turismo, you can find the worst Forza Motorsports and you can find the worst Gran Turismo. Them games still will be better than Project Motor Racing. You can find hold on for a second. Let me just see, what is the worst racing game of all time? What is the worst racing game of all time? Let's see. The is often big rigs, over the road racing. Hold on for a second. Let me see about this. Oh, you actually can play this game on, and it's funny because it has a very positive rating, a better rating than your guys' game currently right now. In this game, it came out earlier this year. I'm trying to think. I feel like I heard about this game, but at the same time, I didn't hear about this game. From Portland, Oregon to Miami, Florida, you're hauling loads and trying to stay one step ahead of the law as you climb into a big rig from nonstop driving action. The game honestly doesn't even look that bad. It looks like it's an old game, but it doesn't look that bad. I honestly would rather play that than to play another session of Project Motor Racing, at least with this game, because this looks like one of those games that came out like back in the day or something. Back in 2003. And then there's like the game got re-released on Steam this year. There's like frequently being cited as one of the worst video games of all time. But I'm like, and you know, there's like due to a multitude of bugs and lack of proper gameplay. But at least it's like with these guys, it's like they had there's like Metacritic, they gave them a 6 out of 100, and GameSpot gave them a 1 out of 10. Dang, that is wild. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, they had 20 years. If this game still got bugs and problems and all that stuff, they had 20 years to fix it and stuff. But they got it where the game is on sale for $2. So I'm like, let's see some of the reviews. They're like, game is great, sit back and relax, especially rushing your truck in the speed of light. They're like, best game ever. GameSpot can't make me hate you. And then there's all like, there are people, there's some negative reviews and stuff, but not like Project Motor Racing. Hold on, let's see Project Motor Racing, where they're at currently with their reviews. Still in the negatives, mostly negative. And the thing is this. The way that you guys could have made this racing game better is by having it, because I'm trying to think. I don't even think I mentioned that I think I was, but I got distracted talking about other stuff. But no, so they have it set up where you can buy cars, you just can't use them. So I went and bought a Lamborghini, and I'm like, okay, well, it's like I am halfway in the middle of a championship, so I'll wait until after the championship, and then I'll use this Lamborghini. Still couldn't use the Lamborghini. I don't know if it's the UI. I don't know if it's something that I'm misreading. I don't know what it is, but my thing is this. If I buy a car, I tend to use that car. So when I buy cars in Gran Turismo, Forza, Midnight Club, Need for Speed, I tend to use those cars. But they also don't have it set up where it's like you got to solve a Rubik's Cube just to select a car. It should have just been a simple, you click on the car after you buy it, and then they were like, would you like to drive this car? Yes, you're now driving this car. That's it. That's all that needs to pop up. What part of that do you guys not understand? Here's my thing with the development for this game, because it's like, I ain't going to spend too much time talking on this. The developers either just do not care, and they only did it just to scam people, and they're all like, hey, let's put out this racing game, make it look like it's going to be the next Forza, it's going to be the next Gran Turismo, it's going to be this the next Assetto Corsa, but at the same time, it's a scam, because the game don't work properly, the game ain't fun. And it's like you playing it because it's like, okay. And the funny thing is like the only good thing that came out of that game is that it made me want to play other racing games like Forza and Gran Turismo. I mean, I already was playing them, but it made me want to play more of them, because when I play Forza Motorsports, I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is definitely a breath of fresh air after playing a game like Project Motor Racing. Same with Gran Turismo 7. Excuse me, I'll even rather go and play Gran Turismo Sport. Even that game was funner than that. And I'm like, man, I just don't get when companies, it's like you guys got all this time and money to be doing something productive with the game, yet you come out with that and you expecting people to say nothing but good things about it. Project Motor Racing ain't gonna last come next year. I guarantee and I promise you there's gonna be, because I think that there are quite a few different racing games that are coming out next year. Hold on for a second, let me open up Steam and see like all the upcoming, because with Forza Horizon 6 coming out next year, that's gonna definitely put you guys further down in the ranks. Then they got a Star Wars Galactic Racers, that's gonna put you guys further down in the ranks. They're coming out, I guess it ain't really a car racing game, but they got a parkour simulator. But what else? There was Auto Legends. I guess I'll check that game out. They did say it's coming. Oh, I guess if it's going to be coming out this year, I'm like, bro, they better have it hurry up and release it. Cause I'm like, eventually it's going to get to a point where I'm like, bro, people ain't, it's like the year's going to be over. Oh, is it going to be free to play? Oh, it's going to be free to play. Cool. So it's like, hopefully it ain't like no free to play, but it's like, oh, but we're going to be having all these different DLCs and crap in it. But anyways, when, Ride 6, what else? Yeah, I think there was, another, lane split. I played a game like it, but it's like a game where you're on a motorcycle and you just kind of flying down the traffic and stuff. But yeah, with Forza Horizon 6 coming out, there's no way possible that you guys thinking that our game is going to be better than Forza Horizon 6. It's not possible. And your guys' current state, unless you added a bunch of different content to that game, and it ain't no paid for content, it's free content, there ain't no way possible that you guys will be having a successful game. And then with games like Forza, even Grand Theft Auto 6 when that game comes out, because they're gonna have a racing mode in there, that's gonna be better than Project Motor Racing. Project Motor Racing is not a game worth buying. I guess if you guys haven't picked up on the message that I've been trying to leave out in this podcast episode, it's not a game worth buying. I'm like, if that's the best that they can come up with that game, I don't see them turning it into a franchise, because I think the developer behind that game, he also is the developer behind the old racing games, Project Cars. And everybody said Project Cars 3 was good. I think people say Project Cars 2 was the best. Project Cars 3 was the worst. I would honestly rather play that than to play Project Motor Racing again. There's a lot of different games I actually would rather play again than to play Project Motor Racing, because it's not a fully functional working game. And then to have it where you get disqualified because you're going too fast in the pit. This is what I'm gonna end this off with. Sit down, take some time with your guys' game, work on it. Maybe, just maybe, you guys might get put in that conversation of one of the best racing games. But if not, this was definitely one of those games where I'm like, I really do wish that I could get my money back. Because if I could, I would. But because Best Buy, they have like this weird refund policy when it comes to video games, I can't. So the best thing that I can do is put this game together with a bunch of other different games that I plan on trading into either that retro game store or GameStops and getting my money through that. Or, I don't know, maybe if it was if the developers, it'd be one of those things if the developers was all like, hey, we'll Cash App you or Apple Pay or send you the money and stuff as a check or a mail, the money that it costs to buy the game, then maybe, just maybe, I might say good things about your guys' game. But if not that, then I'm like, nah, bro. The fact that I paid money for this game and then this is the outcome of it, where it's like I don't have a good experience. The only thing that I got out of this game is a headache. I don't care for playing your guys' game no more. So anyways, I'm sick and tired of playing games, and the only thing that comes out of it is getting a headache. I'm like, no, games like that needs to be shut down and taken out of stores. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service, and peace.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.